Hello and welcome to my blog. I'm going to show you one of my projects that I'm in the middle of doing, and that's basically making a BMW 650 engine that came out of a microlight, and I'm going to fit it to a hovercraft. But it's been a bit taxing because obviously when we took the propeller off, the propeller was used to actually give it a spin to start it, but in a hovercraft you can't really do that, so it needs a starter motor. So I've gone ahead and ordered a gear wheel and a starter motor for it, but there isn't anywhere to mount it to. So what I've got to do is try to make a mounting for it so that we can actually start it. And if I show you the engine, you can see this BMW 650 engine. It's a boxer engine, twin cylinder, and got the traditional Bing carburetors on there, and it's got a couple of K&N air filters. And a small breather on the top there. Now at the front here, there was a big boss on the front bolted onto these mounting bolts here, and basically that's where the propeller went on the microlight. But now as it's going into the hovercraft, it needs to have this plate put back on with a gear wheel and with a starter motor sitting at the top here. So and obviously it's got to be perfect because it's going to be spinning about 6,500 revs, 7,000 revs, and I think it kicks out about 47 bhp. Actually it might be a bit more than that, I'll have to check. It might be about 50 bhp. But one of the challenges is obviously to get it bolted in, and then when it sits in the hovercraft, I've got these two plates, aluminium plates, because I need aluminium because it needs to be light. Now I used to actually have these little bits here to bolt it to the frame, but I wasn't really happy with them. They're a little bit weighty, so I've got an aluminium bracket which I'm going to drill through and bolt it to, and obviously got various bits here, and I've got my fuel breather, my fuel pipe down here, and all the wiring, and it's got the throttle. So there's quite a fair bit of work to do here, and I've even got the at the top we've got the exhaust outlets, and they're a bit naff really, because actually there's nothing to hold it on bar a little weld on the top there, which is not very clever at all. So I need to have a look at that. So it's a bit of a project in itself getting them in, and then when it's all done, I'll just whiz you over to this, and you can see the frame down there. That's where it bolts to, and if you look at the fan, obviously the bottom of the belt is where the bottom pulley goes, and it's got to be just the right torque. It's got to be not too tight, not too loose, and so the whole height of the engine is critical, because the bottom pulley, there's no adjustment really, only with using spacers down there, so getting it in there is quite key. So that's my next project.